Hello. As always, taking it down to the wire for our live Facebook videos. Thank you so far to everyone who's joined us. The funny thing about these live videos is I have to sit here and say thank you and hello, even though no one has yet joined in, because that's the way these videos work. So I'll just kind of stall for a little while. Rob's just behind the camera going like this.
Daniel Alvarez just came in.
Daniel Alvarez, hey, how's it going? I feel like the birthdays on like the Today Show.
Magic Garden.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The end of Magic Garden. Exactly.
I see Jeff Sage. Barmender came in.
Wait, the Magic Garden people actually knew our names?
I hope so. Otherwise, my childhood would be ruined.
That's right. No, they totally did. They
Okay,
weren't
good.
just like saying random kid names. Like, hey, John, good to see you. How are you, Frank?
It's funny you just said John, because John just came in.
John, hey.
That's great.
How are you? So, thank you to everyone that's already watching. As always, these are live. You can shoot us messages and interact. If you have questions about stuff we're showing.
Ken Bashir just asked, what did he win?
Ken, so much stuff. Let me tell you. Ken, again, luckiest fan alive. I don't know how many times he's won these contests and raffles, lotteries. I mean, just exceptional. Your wife has married a very, very lucky man. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We have some new stuff that's coming out today. We have Black Friday in a couple of days. And I'll hit this early, and then we can talk about it more specifically when I get into the Black Friday stuff. But, you know, most of you are the cool kids who are already on our email list. So if that's the case, just bask in the glow of your own coolness. But if you are one of those, you know, just sad, lonely people that is not on our mailing list yet, you're going to want to do that, because our Black Friday sales are all while supplies last. We don't have a ton of stock on all of the stuff that we're putting on sale. What we're going to do is, for everyone on the mailing list, you're going to get a secret code that comes out tomorrow, so you'll have access to it a full day before everybody else gets the sales. So, if you're not already on our mailing list, go to regalrobot.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, just enter your name and email. It's that easy. We don't send out a bunch of nonsense. It's only when we have either a sale, which we almost never have, and when we have new products, which luckily we do have all the time, and then Ken gets real lucky and he wins them. So yeah, if you're not already on the mailing list, please do that. And then, you know, if you're doing this today on Tuesday, that means Wednesday morning, bright and early, there's going to be a secret code that gets emailed out so that you can get access to the Black Friday sales before anybody else. Everybody else will have to wait, and a little later we'll talk about what those are going to be. What are we? I don't even have a clock now that you have mine. How are we on time? Because we've got a release coming up soon.
I got it. I'll give you the signal when we have to
Excellent. Go. Okay. So, we're going to talk about some new stuff, and at the end of this talk, you'll be able to go to the website and buy them, which is kind of cool. So, first up, I'll start small, right? The latest in our magnetic mini sculptures. This is another member of our Beast collection. And are you able to? Yeah. Here comes the tilt. So this is a brand new sculpt. It's done by Christian Maggi, who works here at the studio with us. And these are actually live on the site now for anyone who wants them. They're part of our Beast collection. These are, I think there's now 6 pieces in that collection. You have a Wampa, you have a Tauntaun, you have the Rancor, the Dewback, and the Bantha. There was also an alternate Tauntaun, which was a New York City Comic Con exclusive a couple of years ago. But your time to get this guy is right now. And don't worry about grabbing him today and then missing out on the sale later this week, because the newest items aren't in the sale. So he's not going to be going on sale this weekend. If you want him, you can just head over and grab him right now. This is something that we've already got going. We're making them right here in our New York studio. They're all hand painted. They're all hand finished, the same way we do with all the magnets. And we've actually got a bunch of those made. So the first 100 or so of the people that order those, they're going to ship right out. So let's maybe put him off to the side for a minute. And while we're in Hoth,
Off mode.
and it did just get cold here in New York. Anybody else we have to say hi to in the Magic Garden out there?
I mean, we got a bunch of people here now.
All right. Well, hello, bunch of people. Does anybody, if you get the Magic Garden reference, if you are old enough to understand the reference Rob and I are making, please make a comment. And as always, again, if anybody has questions, anybody has comments, put it in the comments. If we have time and if we spot them, we will try to reply live as we are doing this. So I feel like Dark Helmet with the.
I'm not playing with my toys.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir. But this is kind of what we do in here, like a lot. They make that joke when they walk in, and me and Rob are like
Playing with our toys.
having fights with my cats and stuff. So here's the latest in the Maquette series. And what's real neat about this is there's a lot of reasons this is cool. Number one, Phil Tippett. Phil is just one of idol among idols for anybody who is a Star Wars fan, anyone who is an effects fan, anyone who loves stop motion or sculpture or creatures. In doing all the research we've done on the various maquettes for Return of the Jedi, where Phil was the head of department, we're just scratching the surface and finding just how broad his imagination was back then, and still is, for anybody that knows or talks to him. But when going back and looking at all of the different maquettes from Return of the Jedi, there's a huge number of his designs that George picked to put into the movie, and the variety of them is just crazy. As we get further with the maquette line and stuff, we'll explore more of that, and wherever possible, we are trying to incorporate signature editions into these and to bring in the people who made them. And that was something that folks at Star Wars Celebration told us they wanted to see. When we started the maquette line, we thought they were just going to be maquettes, and we did a signature edition of Max Rebo just for the Star Wars Celebration, and everybody who came to the show saw the other maquettes we had lined up and said, oh, is that a signature edition too? Is that a signature edition? So we did that. In some cases, they will be a signature edition and a numbered edition. In some cases, like the Tauntauns here, these are just going to be a signature edition. So let's take a look, shall we? So for starters, there's our plaque. This is the classic Phil scribble. Actually, a pretty good signature, all things considered. Although lines don't exist in Phil Tippett's world, he signs where he wants to sign. But every one of these 100 sets is going to come with that plaque, hand signed by Phil. It will be hand numbered. We'll be numbering them in the order that people get their orders in and paid, or rather processed. This is, I keep using the word set. So unlike our other maquettes where they're, kind of individuals, this is a set of 4 separate maquettes as one thing. In fact, here's the box they arrive in, so that people have a sense of what's coming here. So if you've gotten any of our other maquettes, you can see this is a pretty substantial sized box. Once you get inside of here, there is our folding archive collection COA. Each one of those will be hand signed by me. And then within the box, you've got individual slots of die-cut foam for each of the maquettes in the series. Okay. And it's a pretty substantial chunk here, especially once you get those heavy resin busts in here. Each of these comes on a wood base, and so you'll see some wood grain and stuff on that, and then each is a resin solid cast piece that gets hand painted. And what we've done here is, so there's really only a handful of pictures of these things out there. And in fact, they were at the archives among the Return of the Jedi artifacts. And so we went through, they weren't even sure they had them all. We knew we had seen some of them, but we found an old picture where Phil had Phil had his first draft Tauntaun full body with these 4 alternate heads. And so we took that, sent it to the archives people. They went hunting for them. The next time we went to the archives, we went hunting, and we managed to ID all 4 of these. We managed to high resolution scan each one of them. And then from there, we output them. We made silicone molds. They're all cast in resin. And then we hand paint each. And what we've tried to do is capture the look of that old photo where they were still clay. And what's neat is each one was slightly different color clay too, which makes this kind of really nice, gives it a nice variety on the set. And for each of them, I don't know how well it shows in the lighting here, but for each of them we've put a wash over top to really accent the details. So in addition to whatever the base color is, you've got a secondary color, some cases a third color, just to accent some of the details, but still make it feel cohesively, a bit uniform, a bit like I said, trying to go for that clay finish. A little like we did with this one, a little more detail on them. And naturally, if you've picked up one of these, I think 210 or 220 people have bought those so far out of 250. If you pick that up, this is a really great companion piece. This is, from the same hands, from the same mind, at the same time. That one came out of Phil's original mold. These are scanned off of the original maquettes that are in the archives. So, both lineage pieces, both part of what we are eventually started calling the archive collection. And just, really, really cool artifacts of the production of this movie. Any questions in the meantime?
Take a look.
And then, so these will be live in about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, Jeff is asking the edition size.
The edition size is 100 pieces. So 100 sets of 4. And that's it. Right now, there's no numbered edition. It is just the 100-piece signature edition. That should be live, like I said, on the site. By the time we sign off of this video, it'll just be a few minutes after that, and then they'll be live and ready to go.
Well, Vita says, tell Tom his mom says, nice job.
Oh, Mom.
Let me see. Robert says, what is Phil's reaction when you ask him to do another signature?
It's funny, too, because I actually thought it was one of the reasons we weren't intending for this to be a signature edition, because at first we were kind of like, we've done a Phil Tippett signature edition a couple of times. Are people going to be sick of Phil? And it turns out they're not, so that's good. Phil's actually great. It's funny. He's got this whole persona of being the grumpy uncle of the effects community, and he definitely, has some of that. But he's been really great about talking this stuff through with us. I mean, Rob, when we're just trying to research who did what on this movie, he's always responsive. Mm-hmm. He gets back to us right away. If he has memories of something, he'll say. Sometimes he'll be like, hell, I don't know, and then like 2 days later, he'll be like, it came to me. And he'll
or we'll send him something that will really spark something.
Something photo.
Yeah, it's great.
But so there were, for Return of the Jedi, there were about 80 different maquettes that were made to design all the different creatures in that movie. And about half of those, I think, got made for the movie. I don't know the specific numbers. But as of a few months ago, other than a handful of them, people didn't know who sculpted what. And we've now gone through and we've talked to everybody that's still living that, were maquette sculptors on that movie, people who designed these creatures. We talked to everyone. We've pulled all those resources. We've examined all of the maquettes. We've 3D scanned them. We've looked. Luckily, some of these people put their initials on the bottom of them. So you'd see them on the shelves of the archives. You'd have no idea. But if you can, get a look at them up close in person, all of a sudden you can find the initials of the sculptors. And we've managed to ID all but 8 of them right now. And that's just insane. And a lot of that is down to Phil's help, Kirk Thatcher, Ken Ralston, Dave Carson, Tom Sanamond, Chris Wayless, Judy Elkins. I think that's Gene Warren even helped a bit. I mean, just talking with all these people, and they have all been so generous with their time. I mean, I think, I like countless emails and calls back and forth to these people and messages, and none of them yet has said, knock it off, kid. Like, I don't care about this. They're all, happy to see new photos of the work and happy to talk about this stuff and share their memories. And excited when we find one that maybe they didn't know was theirs, but then we find something or get a better picture and they're like, oh yeah, I remember that now. Like, it's been really freaking cool.
We have a few more questions, but why don't you show them the asymmetry on these busts?
Oh yeah. So I think these two guys are the best there. So one of the things Phil liked to do, kind of economizing as he called it, but also just, ways to be creative. So this guy here, you would imagine normally would just look like kind of crocodile dragon or whatever he is on either side, and he'd be fine. But if you look closely, on one side, he has two eyes, a slightly different mouth, little horn ear thing back there, different nubs on his face. And then as I switch to the other side, this guy has only one eye, multiple little ear holes, different smile, different nostril, and basically Phil sculpted two totally different faces on this, so that, looking down the center, you can even see his jaw sticks out further on one side. Looking from the top, you can start to see the difference there. But he went in and he said, okay, well, we could do it this way with multiple eyes and, different nostrils and whatever else, and then this side with the multiple ears, and that's just one of those great Phil things. And it was something that we, from the old photos, you never really noticed about this. You only ever saw it one way. When we got to see it at the archives, we were just like, wait, is that two different faces? We're scanning it, and it's like, is something wrong with the scanner? No, it's something wrong with Phil. But no, he is, just, it's a great little bit of genius on his part, and definitely, a time and money saver when you're working on these things, and it gave George more things to look at. So here, giant eye stalk, different nostril, different mouth. You go on this side, very different on this side, and if you're looking from the front, you can really start to see it. Even from the back, just in the attitude of the neck and stuff like that. Like, it's really, really neat, and it's one of those things that is super unusual. It's not on many of the other maquettes, and it really is something I think that helps set this set apart. How are we?
We got about 5 minutes, so let's hit the Black Friday.
Okay, so Black Friday. So these guys coming up in a little bit, noon Eastern. You can order yours, only 100 sets. Get in early. There is a payment plan. If you pay in full, we're actually already in production with them. So if you pay in full, they'll ship in about 3 or 4 weeks, hopefully even for Christmas. If you're looking at Black Friday, so this is going to be, we've been calling it our biggest sale ever. We don't usually do sales. We have been building up items for years now with the Star Wars license, and frankly, we're running low on space. So this year we're going to try and make a little room. All of the decor on the Regal Robot website, all of the Star Wars decor, except for 4 new items, are, sorry, I'm getting flashes of time from multiple places. All Star Wars decor is going to be 30% off this year. It's probably the biggest chunk we've ever taken off. We're hoping it makes us some room for some new stuff. We have a ton of new stuff in the works and a lot to announce as we get into next year that we're not allowed to talk about yet. But the sale is on 30% off of all decor. And then on top of that, we've got a few flash deals that are really deep discounts and stuff we've never sold at these prices. So first up, we have your choice, Mythosaur or Mudhorn. The mini skulls, these are all resin casts, made in the USA, hand painted here in the shop, all of that. And these are $24.99.
Correct.
Normally they are $39.99 and $34.99. So your choice, $24.99, best price we've ever done on these by far, and a really great gift for anyone who's a Mando fan, anyone who's a Boba fan. Honestly, a Mando fan would love this too. And then along the same lines, again, Mythosaur Mudhorn. These are our flash deals. We've got our larger Mythosaur plaque, normally $99.99. Currently, for the sale, it will be $25 off. Again, best discount we've ever offered on that. And these also are made in the USA. These are, hand finished in the shop, hand cast here in the shop. Same goes for the Mudhorn. So this is obviously Mando's signet from his shoulder. This is also going to be $25 off for the sale. So if you want the sale deals early while we still have stock on all this great stuff, also all the plaques are going to be on sale, all of the magnets are going to be on sale, everything except the top 4 new items. It'll be real easy to find on the site. The other thing that's on sale, these 3 maquettes, we're not allowed to do discounts on them because they're in the collectibles category, but we are doing free shipping on these 3 because those are our in-stock maquettes. It is limited to what we have on hand, so that get in early. That deal may not last. Otherwise, for all the deals, get on the mailing list. Go to regalrobot.com, scroll down, put your email in there.
We never said price on the maquettes.
I am so sorry. So these maquettes are $449 for the set. That's actually the same price that the Weequay maquette was, and that was just one piece. So this is $449, only 100 pieces. Phil Tippett Signature Edition, really, really unique sculpts. Something that I think is really a step apart from your generic Star Wars collectibles out there, and it is so us. It is an artifact of these movies, and to me, that's the stuff that makes, really, really gets me going. So we're going to have to go, because apparently I have to go press some buttons on a website and make these guys live so people can buy them. So I will do that. In the meantime, if you're not already on the mailing list, I know I've said it before, get on the mailing list. Go to regalrobot.com, scroll down, put your email in. You will get the coupon for all of these deals tomorrow rather than Thursday like the rest of the schmoes in the world there. You want to be in that club. So please do that. And thank you all for watching. If you're watching this after Wednesday, come to the site anyway, Thursday through Monday for all the regular folks. Great deals. It's very rare that we run a sale like this, so please take advantage and help us make room for all the new stuff we're making. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you soon.
Take care.